with the session. So, welcome. Yeah. So, I welcome you all for the Masterclass 1 of the Artificial Intelligence program, Learn, Build, and Create. So, this program is designed to give you a strong foundation in artificial intelligence and learning plan. Yeah. So, today's masterclass will be focusing on fundamentals of AI and ML. So where you will be understanding how intelligent the system works and how missions learn from data and how these technologies will be used across the industries to solve the real-time problems. Yeah. So today it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker of today's session, Ms. Divya, an application architect at IBM with over 12 years of industry experience. And she has worked across multiple roles like technical team lead, analyst, and database developer. And like these are the uh, like positions roles that she have completed, like she have served till date. And with her strong combination of technical depth and architecture experience and leadership, today session will be helpful to you to understand AI ML not only as the concepts but as a tools, uh, how they will be used in a real-time world to solve the problems in the industries. So without further delay, I invite Ms. Divya to take over the session. Over to Ms. Divya.
Yeah, thank you, Sai. Uh, Hello, everyone, and welcome to the master class. I hope you all are doing good, and I think it's really great to see students joining from different colleges and from various parts of India. And the energy and the enthusiasm in this room clearly shows like your willingness to learn, grow, and upskill yourselves. And I think that's the most important step towards building a strong future. So, so let's quickly start the session. And before starting, I know already Sai has already introduced me, but still I just wanted to introduce myself again. So I'm Divya, and I have overall 12 years of experience in IBM, and I've worked across multiple domains and technologies, and as a technical lead, architect, and product owner and database developer, and I've designed and built many real world systems. So my core background is actually in full stack development and the databases, backend systems using Python, React, and Express. And in recent years, also, I've been working on machine learning and generative AI and AI agents, exploring how intelligent the systems can automate and solve practical business problems. So what excites me more is like AI is just not the technology itself. I mean, how we can actually see it uh, and how we can actually use it to build useful solutions. So in this session, my goal is to simplify AI concepts and connect them to the real time experiences or real time examples, and show you how you can start building an agent and the agentic AI projects step by step. So it would be a practical and beginner friendly, and feel free to think, question, and explore as we go. And I would request all of you to make sure you note down all the questions whatever you have, so that we can have a Q&A session at the end, and then we can have an interactive one at the end and discuss about the solutions. And and by the end of session, you'll not only understand that what agents are, but you'll also build your own working agent in Python. So let's get started. And I'm just sharing my screen. Okay. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so before going to understand what agents are. So um, what is AI? First of all, what is AI? Um, so AI is actually simply, it means like making our computers behave a little bit like a human, especially like how we think, how we learn, and how we make decisions. So that's how that is the concept of artificial intelligence. So normally computers will follow some fixed instructions. For example, if this happens, do this. If it is A, do B. So like our case statements or like our conditional statements, or in a real life examples also, if you press a switch, light should switch on. So it's like a conditional statements. You're giving it a fixed rules for a computer or for a system. But AI is different. So uh, with AI, we don't tell computer every rule. Instead, we give it examples, and then the computer learns from the patterns from them. Okay, so for example, email spam. I think most of you have Gmails or any email box for you with you. So when you open your Gmail or any mailbox, you would see a spam folder in it, right? Wherein spam mails are automatically routed to that spam folder, right? So how is that happening? How is that email going to a spam folder automatically? Is there any human sitting back and checking your millions of mails and do what is happening, and then and I'm what do you say? Is that human structurizing your mails? No, right? So how is it happening? So AI is seeing thousands of examples, whether it is spam or not, from various users. So I might have clicked on a spam, that this message is a spam. You might have clicked on a spam message. So it is actually reading from every user and multiple users and multiple emails, whether the mail is a spam or not. And then it learns some patterns out of it, like some certain words or certain links. Maybe if a mail is containing some certain pattern of words, then we might put it as a spam. Or if it is having some links which are not appropriate, maybe we will put it as a spam. So it is, the mailbox is actually, I mean, this AI is actually learning the pattern on what basis we are putting it under a spam folder. So automatically the AI will, whenever a new mail comes, it decides on its own whether it is like a spam or not. Okay, that decision is taken by AI, right? And the other example I can give is, when you watch a video on YouTube. I think most of you will be watching videos on YouTube, right? Either on a phone or on TV or any other uh, gadgets. So when you watch a video on YouTube, it suggests you next set of videos automatically. So how is it happening? Is anyone programming there? Like when this person is watching this video, you showed this video next to that. No, right? So how is it happening? So it will learn what you have watched before, and then it compares with the similar users, and then it will predict what you might like next. Like it learns from the data. Like for example, you ask your friend, "Hey, suggest me a nice movie, or I want to watch this weekend." So what your friend does, because your friend will know your likes and dislikes, and your friend will know what kind of genres you might like, what kind of movies you might like. What your friend will suggest, they'll suggest based on your interest, they'll give you a good movie, right? The same way, AI is learning from the data. It's teaching the machines from the experience, just like how a human is doing. Okay? Uh, just simple. Human is learning from the past experience, AI is learning from the data. I hope that's clear. That's about AI. I hope it's clear for everyone. And the next one is, let's understand now, what are agents now. So what is an agent? Agent is an AI system that can actually observe, think, and then it can act just like a human. Okay. Observe. What is observe means? So agent will actually understand what's happening. Okay, it will observe its surroundings. Like this means it can read a text, it can listen to a voice, or it can see some images or receive some data from some sensors or some softwares. Like for example, all of you might have seen your weather app in your mobile. So what is a weather app doing? It is reading the data from the weather data, right? So it's reading the data. It means it's observing the weather data. And then a chatbot, it is reading your question. You're asking some question, it is reading your question. Or self-driving cars. So it is reading the road sensors around and the cameras around. So that is observing what is happening in the surroundings or what is it receiving as an input. Okay. So it is simply that taking in information, I mean, it's receiving the input. Okay. And then what is the next one? Re- uh, it's like reasons. That means decides what to do and and how it thinks. Okay, this is the most important part, because after you get an input, it is you who's going to take a decision what to do, right? So this is the major part where an agent will take a decision based on an input what to do next. That means it analyzes the information, it compares with the past experience or the rules, whatever is written, and then it will decide the next step. For example, a chatbot, it's seeing your question, like how I said now, it's seeing your question, and then it is deciding what to answer, right? You're asking, what is what is the full form of AI? Then what is it doing? It is deciding what should I respond back. So that is what reason means. It's thinking. And YouTube. So you have watched a video, and then YouTube is deciding what to recommend next. That is called reasoning or thinking. So normal software does not think. If A happens, then B should happen. That's what we will write. But AI agents are different. They make decisions. It's based on what I see and what I know. This is the best action. That's what AI agents are working. And then next comes the act. What is act? That means agent, it will do something. It will act. It does some work based on the decision given. Like action can be showing a response. So I am giving a decision. The think part is actually giving a decision that you need to do this. But who will do that? This act part is actually doing it. It is showing a response. It is sending an email. It is placing an order for us. Or in the cars, it is taking turning left or right. Or it is triggering another system. So when you're acting on something, when you're doing some work, that is the action which agent is doing. For example, Alexa. You might have heard about Alexa. You're asking to turn off the lights. So it is taking the input, it is understanding what to do, and it is turning off the lights. So turning off the lights is the action. When the lights are off, that is an action. So this is a full cycle. Observe, think, and then act. And this cycle will keep repeating. It keeps repeating. So the best example what I can give is, like we discussed, uh, Google Maps. I think most of us will use Google Maps, right? As a human, what we do when we know the destination, you're going to the destination and you know the route. When you're going to the destination, you see some traffic on the road, right? Maybe a regular road itself, but you might see some traffic on the road. What do you see? What do you decide next? You're seeing a traffic, you're observing a traffic, and then what you do? You will think this route might be slow for me. I mean, I might reach my destination little late. And then what you do? You will take another route, right? You will you will you will choose another road, and then you'll go there. So now what Google Maps is doing? That's an AI agent. What is it doing? It's observing the traffic data from many other users. You might have seen some symbols, I mean red color routes showing, right? So it is actually taking the data from many users, and it thinks that road is actually congested in this road. And what it does, it suggests a faster route. So, what is it observing? A traffic. What is it thinking? That road is congested and give an alternative route. And what is it acting? It is suggesting a faster route for me, right? So, this is how an AI agent will work. So, not only Google Maps, and I think we have many other agents in our day to day life. We might not have realized that this is an agent, or is this having an agent? Like, I think many of us know about self driving cars, how self-driving cars are working, though it's not in India though, but how self-driving cars are working. Siri or Alexa in our mobiles, or Alexa, we have the system, and vacuum cleaner. Maybe nowadays we're getting the vacuum cleaner. So how is it working? You put a vacuum cleaner on the floor, and it is actually deciding by its own whether there's an object or not. It will move on the floor, and then it is deciding, do you have an object here? Okay, if you have an object, turn left or turn right. You have some sofa, or you have some dining table, or you have a wall over there. So what is it doing? It is going there, and it is taking a decision whether to take left or to take right or to come back. And then it is making a map within itself. So that is how an agent is working in our day-to-day lives itself. So the common pattern here is they continuously observe, they think, and they act. And this loop is the core part of an agent. So humans will use our eyes and brain. We will use our eyes and brain to decide or to think. AI is using data and algorithms, and that is and both will observe, think, and act. That is a major difference. Okay. So, what is the difference between AI and AI agent? Because we have discussed what is AI and what is an agent, AI agent. So, what is the major difference between both of them? So, AI is the ability of a machine to think or learn. Okay, it's like a brain without hands or legs. So, it just thinks, it just learns. That's all. It doesn't do anything. Okay, AI can understand the language, it can recognize images, like it can make some predictions, whatever you want, or it can answer questions. I'm sorry. It can answer questions. I'm sorry. ChatGPT, it's like, for example, ChatGPT is answering your question, and face recognition on your phone. When you unlock your phone using face recognition, so how is it happening? So AI is actually detecting the patterns, and it is it's unlocking the phone, and spam detections. So all these are AI. So it is actually make it's actually just thinking and learning. Okay, AI by itself usually waits for an input, or it will give some output, and it gives some output. But whereas AI agent, what is an AI agent doing? AI agent is AI plus action plus decision making. So all the three, it's like a brain with hands, legs, and memories. So what AI agent can do? It will observe its environment, decide what to do next, and it will take actions using some tools. And it will repeat the process until the goal is achieved. Like how we discussed about Google Maps, rerouting, and smart home system. So that is a major difference. So AI agent doesn't just answer, it will act and it will get things done. So AI is intelligence. AI agent is intelligence in action. I hope it is clear until now. If any questions or doubts, please make a note. We'll have a Q&A at the end. And then let's go to the next part, how agents are actually different from the normal software. Like we discussed earlier, think of a normal software like calculator. So it follows strict rules. You tell it exactly what to do, right? Like it works step by step in a straight line, right? So it cannot think beyond what is programmed. For example, if you in the calculator, I think most of you are using calculators. So if you press 2 plus 2, so it will give 4. nothing more or nothing less, right? So it has some fixed rules for that, based on the mathematics, or based on the mathematical expressions and all. It will respond accordingly, right? So now think of an AI agent. What it does? It does not follow any fixed rules. It learns and decides dynamically. It works towards a goal, and it keeps observing and adjusting its actions, like how we discussed about Google Maps. So it checks the traffic continuously, and if the road gets blocked, it rethinks and replans. It may change your route multiple times, but there's no code written behind it, that a specific rule is not written behind it that do this, if not this. No, right? If we keep writing multiple rules or multiple conditions, I think that will be a very big one. So agent is that intelligent. It can think on its own. It can act on its own. So that is a major difference between normal software and an AI agent. So agents are not just code that responds, but they are the code that decides. Okay, that is the major difference, and it's more powerful also. Okay, I hope that's clear. And now we understood what agents are, right? Maybe we understood what agents are and how agents uh, are are being used in our real time world, right? So let's go deeper into how they actually work internally. I know we have already seen observe, think, and act. So every agent follows this basic and this very simple rule and the powerful cycle: perception, reasoning, and action. So this is called an agent loop. Okay, perception sees or hears, like it receives input from users. Okay, receiving in the sense from your surroundings or from any other system. What is an input? Okay, and then reasoning. So it understands the situation and thinks. Planning, it plans a solution. It decides what to do next. And action, calling a tool, executing code, or sending an output, taking a physical action. So this comes under action. I think we have already discussed this, right? So for an example, if we take this self-driving cars as an example, a self-driving car, it perceives a red signal. So what it does, after seeing a red signal, it will automatically decide, okay, there's a signal coming in and that signal is red. I'll have to slow down, I'll have to stop, or I'll have to wait. That's how it is taking a decision. So it's receiving a signal, observing that there's a red signal, and then it is deciding to slow down or stop. And then what it does, what action it is taking, it presses the brake. And if you see, many things it is going to observe in the self-driving cars. You have some lanes, that in which lane you'll have to go, what is the distance between each lanes, or in at which point you'll have to stop. You have a zebra crossing, so the car will actually stop near the zebra crossing. So this is all what a self-driving car is observing and acting accordingly, where to stop. Okay, and then what happens next? This loop is repeating automatically. How is it repeating automatically? Now immediately you'll get a green signal. What it does, then it will take a decision. Okay, it received an input. It has observed that there's a change in the surroundings. Then what it does, it will decide that, okay, there's a green signal, I can start going. Okay, and it starts, it'll, what it does, it releases the brake and it goes with the accelerator. And then it will go to the destination accordingly. Right? So this is how the loop is running automatically. Observe, think, act. Observe, think, and act. And this is about the architecture and the working flow of how an agent is working. Okay. Now, what is the major element behind this agent? So in this agent, LLM, this LLM plays a major role, and this is like a brain It's like a brain of a human. Like in human, how is it a brain? Just like that, it's a brain. So, what is LLM? LLM means it's a model. That means large language model. An LLM is a kind of a computer program that has already read a huge amount of text or some books or websites or conversations, and learned how a human thinks and how a human can speak and how a human can reason. So that is how and that is all LLM has been trained already. So just like how our brains learn from the experiences, and LLM also, um, it is one which learns from the data. It's a trained one. So LLM is a decision maker. This takes a decision, like what step to take next, what tool to use next, or whether it needs more information, or whether the task is complete or not. All this is decided by an LLM. Okay? That's a model. So, why is this powerful? Why is it the center of the system? I mean, why is it the important and more powerful in the system? Why? Because it can handle new situations when something new is coming, like self-driving cars. After red, maybe after going to after some, I mean, after moving to some distance, you'll have to turn left, or you'll have to stop, or if there's some object coming, you'll have to stop, or you'll have to press the brake. So any new situation, LLM can handle, and it is intelligent. They can reason and not only just respond, they can reason. It is flexible and multi-step thinkers. So this is the major one in LLM. So you give a problem, it can break big problems into smaller ones. For example, you're going on a trip. For example, you want to go somewhere around, maybe any place in India you wanted to go. You want to plan a trip for maybe 4 or 5 days. You wanted to go. So maybe you'll ask an agent, I wanted to go to this place, maybe Rajasthan. I want to go to Rajasthan and I want to cover a few places there for 5 days and plan my trip. Okay. And what it will do in the back end, it will divide your uh, what is that, your prompt or your input into multiple steps. So planning a trip is not a simple one. It's not a small task, right? It's going to break it into different pieces. First, it will check the flights, and then it will compare the prices, and then in the places what you wanted to go, it will check the accommodation, it will check for the prices, and maybe in that place it will also check for the transportation, and then it will give you a list of itinerary and list of flight details within your budget, and um, also the accommodation, everything. It is going to give you a best option. So how is it doing? Multiple things are there, right? Checking the flights, checking the itinerary, and checking the accommodation, or checking the transport. Multiple things are there, right? What is it doing? Multi-step. It is breaking. First, check the flights, and then check the accommodation, and then check the transportation, and then it is suggesting a best one out of it. So it is, these are all different tools it is asking, and then it is giving you a best option. This is called multi-step thinker. So this is how agent is actually working, and how is it different from the other AI, just a normal AI ones. Okay. So AI, how agents think and respond? Like we know prompts, reasoning, and inner thought. So what are prompts? It's like specific instructions or rules for an agent. So you're giving some rules or instructions to an agent. And then reasoning. So agents will use some reasoning steps, like how we discussed, uh, break complex tasks into simple one. So you ask an agent, what will you ask? Plan a birthday party. I want to give a party to my friends. So plan a birthday party. So what is the internal reasoning? What agent is doing? It will think of a number of guests. What is your budget? So how many members you are inviting? What is your budget? What is the theme? Or what is the food you are arranging? And what is the venue? So there are multiple aspects which you think usually when you're going to give a party to your friends or plan a party, right? So this is what an EA will think in the back end. Then this is an internal reasoning. It is thinking around how we can, how is it planning all this with this multiple step. So this multi-step thinking is how an agent can solve complex tasks. Okay, and then tool usage, like how we were discussing. um, it will search the web for uh, for different flights, and then it will search the it will call some APIs or use some databases. So there are multiple tools. For flights, there might be one tool. For accommodations, there might be one tool. Or for transportation, you have within the area, you might have some tools. So it will call the specific tools whenever it is needed. So an agent becomes truly powerful only when you can use these tools wisely. Okay. So agents just don't answer, they'll plan. Okay. This planning is like how I said, this makes agents different from a regular chatbots. Okay. Now, you might ask me, what is this prompts and all? How is this prompt helping LLM? Okay, how is it helping? How is it helping and what do you say? How is it helping an agent to decide what to do or to act accordingly? How is it uh, going ahead? Then this is all about prompt processing. So when you type something, the text is actually, that is a user question. When you type something, that means that's a user question. Then the text is broken into tokens. Tokens in the sense small pieces. For example, you're asking what is 7 into 7? Okay. How is it breaking into tokens? Each word or each element is a token. What is 7 into 7? And a question mark. What is 7 into 7? Question mark. So you'll have 6 tokens. When you break it down, you'll have 6 tokens. So it's converting your text into tokens. And then after breaking into tokens, it is converted into numbers. Number systems, that is where model will understand easily. Okay, you have a number system and this number is belonging to that word. Okay, and then and then the LLM will then understand the intent. Like this is like it will detect the intent, whether it is a max one, it is related to a max one, or it is related to some explanation or some summarizing one. So it will understand, okay, this is, they're asking about some explanations, or they're asking about summary, and it will decide what to answer, which tool to use, and plan the next steps. Okay, and then comes the tool calling. Which tool to call? Now we discussed, based on the intent, it will decide a tool. Okay, and then response generation, to generate word by word based on context. It will generate the word to word response. And then comes the safety. So it will filter some harmful content, and it follows some rules, and it avoids some unsafe replies and all. So so now how this is giving an answer? I'm giving what is 7 into 7, and how is that LLM understanding that it should give this response? How is it understanding? So the major one behind this is called NLP. NLP is natural language processing. That means this, using this technology, computer will understand, it will read and respond to the human language. That means human, we can speak English, Hindi, or Telugu, or any other language, any other natural language, right? So computers understand only numbers and patterns. Does it understand anything else apart from numbers and patterns? No, right? So NLP is actually being a mediator between computer and the human. That's a translator. It will translate what a user is telling to computer in a binary or in a number format. Okay, so that's how NLP is used, and this LLM is built on top of NLP. Okay, and it will break the sentences into words, and then it will understand the grammar, it will identify the meaning, all those things it does. Okay, so this is what how backend is working using NLP, or sorry, using LLM. Now let's go for the architecture. Okay, how is this architecture? So if you look at this architecture, this is a user to the left side. So you'll ask a question, you'll give a task, or you'll type a prompt. Okay, like plan my trip or answer to this email, like that. Okay, prompt template. Uh, this is the set of instructions. It's like guidelines or rules you're giving to the agent, like how you should behave or what is your role, everything. That is the prompt. Okay, and then agent. Then comes the agent. So, what is this agent? That's the manager. This is the center. In the center, agent is like a boss, or agent is a coordinator. Okay, so agent will receive your request. It will follow the instructions coming from the prompt, and it decides what to do. Okay, agent itself does not know anything. It will just delegate the work accordingly, when which one to use, what to do, where to go, everything. Okay, and then comes the LLM, the brain on the right side. So on this is the brain of the system, just like how you use the GPT, chat GPTs and all, Gemini and all, right? So it will understand your question, it will plan your next steps, reasoning, making decisions. Okay, and then based on this decision, what decision it is giving? It is asking to go and choose the right tool here. It is giving its decision, and then agent is choosing the right tool here. Okay, it will run the code, it will call APIs, it will fetch data, calculate result, whatever it is, every action is done using the tool. And then comes the memory agent. This will call, this will store the important information. It will remember your past interactions, and it will retrieve when needed. Okay. So how this flow is working now? You send a prompt, agent receives it, it asks LLM to think and plan, and then it will tell agent which tools to use, whether whether to use the tools or not. And after using the tools, then read and write to the memory what is the previous history, what they might have asked, everything about the user. It will be stored in the memory, and then it is going to return it back to the user. Then the user will get the final answer. So this loop can repeat multiple times. Okay, this is how an agent is working. Okay, now I hope it's clear till now to everyone. Um, there's something which it is not clear, just make a note of all your questions, because the next part is we are going to the practical part. So maybe before going to that, I would like to take some Q&A in between, just for a 5 minutes. If you have some Q&A, then we can finish the Q&A at least for this part, because the next one comes for the uh, hands-on, like how we are going to create an agent and all. So any doubts, just I'll give 5 or 10 minutes. You can just ask in the chat. I'll try to respond there.
Ayush, is the chat open?
The chat box is open. Chat box is
Okay, so students, you can ask your questions now.
Okay. Prompt, LLM concept. What's prompt template? prompt templates, and what is LLM, right?
Ma'am, are you able to read all the questions?
Yes, I'm able to read.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go with um, uh, what I understood is we have many questions on what is NLP, what is LLM, and what is a prompt template. Okay. Uh, and then I think few were asking about AI and AI agent. AI and I'll just go with that. That's a simple one. AI and AI agents, how are they different is AI, it doesn't act accordingly. I mean, there might be some, I mean, you'll need to receive an input for AI and then it will give an output according to the what is there in the past. But agents, it will observe what is happening and then it will act accordingly. It will execute a code also. It can execute a code. But whereas AI, it's just that it will give you a solution. Whatever is defined for you, that is only it is going to give. But agent is something that which will act accordingly. That is the difference between AI and AI agent. And RAG is a very different concept. Maybe I'll explain while we are doing the what is that? While doing a demo, that I'll explain. Okay. Now the major questions that we have received is NLP, LLM, and prompt template. Okay. So what is LLM is? LLM is large language model. That's a model. So what is a model first of all? It's a brain, right? Even in our human system also. Uh, what is I mean our brain is like, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, ma'am.
Okay. Right. So it's like a brain, like how your brain is trained. So you read a book or you watch news, or now you're coming to the session, you're trying to upskill yourself, or you're trying to understand what is an agent. So what is that you're doing? You're trying to learn, you're trying to understand what is happening. So what is happening internally? You're trying to the brain is functioning. Your brain is functioning, your brain is trying to understand what is this, what am I learning, and what concepts am I taking in, right? It's like you're getting trained. Your brain is getting trained. The same way, LLM is like a brain. You It's a model, but large language model, that means a general model. When you go to machine learning or something, a general model is something that it can predict, or if you give some input, it gives some output, analysis, predictions, and all. But what is this large language model? It can also take a text inputs or a human inputs, anything it can take. That is large language model. So that's a very big concept. But why am I stressing about LLM here is, in an agentic AI, LLM plays a major role. Okay, what LLM does, when you give a question, I'm asking, you give me, I mean, you can plan my plan a trip for me. So what is it doing? LLM, it is agent is going to the LLM. Then LLM, what is it doing? Because using the question, it is going to break it. What it does, it will think of what is happening. Usually, how models are thinking, how models are getting trained based on the previous things. So what are the previous user doing? If I'm asking a planning a trip, maybe what it might have done, it will give only the flight prices. Then what I'll tell, okay, I need accommodation also. Then it is understanding. Okay, users are also asking about the accommodation also. And then Maybe I'll ask about transportation also. Okay, then users are also asking about transportation. So next time, what is it doing? It is observing what users are asking. It is observing and thinking and acting. So next time when another user comes and asks, plan a trip, it will go through all these four tools: flights, accommodation, and the transportation. All at a time it does. So what is this LLM doing? It is getting trained by itself. That's something which is getting trained. So that's a very big concept, LLM. We have many pre-trained models online. We can use that, but I'll explain more about it when we are doing the hands-on session. Okay. And then what is NLP? LLM is an extended version of NLP. That means NLP is actually, what is it doing? Natural language processing. That means you're telling, I mean, you'll write a code in a computer. Like if C equals to A plus B. A is 1, B is 2. So you have to do a sum of A comma B. So it will give you a result. So you're giving some instructions. So how is it understanding? Because of the some languages, whatever you're using, for example Python or JavaScript, using those language, and also using those frameworks and all, using those, it is going to run, and it is going to understand. The same way, if a computer has to understand what is the user telling, maybe user is asking some question in English, how can I understand this, right? NLP will convert your question into number system. Like, what is your name? 4 words, right? It is going to divide it into 4 words, and each word, what is converted into 0, is converted into 1, your is converted into 2, name is converted into 4. This is how it is going to give a number system. And this number system, based on that, the model will understand, okay, what is that they're asking? What can I respond? What can I respond back? Okay, NLP and LLM are a very big topics. Maybe those might be covered in your next sessions though, but this is a major overview of how an LLM is working and how an NLP is working. I mean, inside LLM, what is the role of NLP? NLP role is, it is just breaking your words into your sentences into words, just to make the model understand what the user is telling. Okay, it's a translator, to be very honest. Okay, that is the difference between LLM and NLP. And storing. Okay, so memory storing is a different concept. It is not stored in LLM. There's a different uh, place where it gets stored, but LLM will always utilize the memory also, what is the previous ones and all. I mean, the agent will also retrieve the previous data for them. So this memory concept also, while you start building an agent, you'll understand where it is getting stored. But today we might not cover about memory. It is just a basic session where you can create an agent, a basic agent. Okay. And then prompt template. Prompt template is like, it's like you're giving some instructions. Like, what is the instruction? When you're asking a chat GPT, you might tell that, explain me what is AI. That is what you're asking. So that is a prompt. That is called prompt. So this one also, it can be covered little more deeper in the hands-on session. You'll understand what prompt template is and how is it playing a major role in the LLM. LLM is taking the inputs or the instructions from prompt template. Like, what are the rules the prompt template is giving us, whether to summarize it or explain it. Prompt is something that, what is the user asking? Okay, and how we should respond. This is, and I'll explain this more deeply when we start doing the prompt template. Okay. Okay, I hope I'm clear and everybody are clear with this concept. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Can we go ahead with the hands-on session? Okay. I think there are a few more questions, few more hands raised. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next part, hands-on part. So for this, you need, for creating an AI agent, you will need Python and a Google Colab setup. So when you have a Google Colab, I don't think you require Python for that. You need not install Python, because Python is something where you'll have to install it only if you're doing it from your local systems. But Google Colab is something that where you can, I mean, it's the easiest way for beginners, and you do not require, I mean, there's no installation required, I mean, like any Python or any other things. So when you're doing it from local system, if not from Google Colab, then you'll have to use Python. You need to install Python at least 3.10 plus, and VS Code, that's a editor, code editor, and where you can write and edit and run your programs there. I mean, this is optional, because when we have notebooks and all or Google Colab, this is optional. And then you need to install pip. So what is pip is? Pip is a tool which is used to install and manage Python libraries, and like how you install your applications in your mobile. The same way it will install libraries for you. But this is all when you're doing everything in your local system. You'll have to install this. But we're going one step ahead. That means we're using Google Colab. Maybe I'll share this link in the chat. So maybe if everybody can do this parallelly when I am doing, it would be it would be great. This 1 second. Okay. Please use the second link. There's a typo in the first one. So when you open the link, this is what you will see. I mean, just in case if it is asking for a sign in or something, you can sign in with your accounts. Okay. And what's this? 1 second. Yeah. Then if you see this window, you can click on new notebook. I hope everybody are doing along with me. I mean, if you start doing, then you'll understand how agent is working and what is the concept behind it. Because the more you start understanding the concept, maybe it will be a little more clear when you start writing a code and see how the model is working, or how the agent is working, or what is the concept which is running behind. Okay, I hope everybody have opened this. Now we'll have to install some libraries. Okay, how will we install the libraries? It is using the pip. So because you're using these notebooks, collab notebooks and all, we'll have to give exclamation before pip. If you're using your local systems, exclamatory is not necessary. So you will have to install torch and transformers. Sorry. Okay. So what are these packages? Torch and transformers. So torch is a library which will allow the AI model to run. So you can run the AI models using torch. And transformers, it is like how we were discussing about pre-trained models. We will find it in the Google, I said, right? I mean, in the open source models. So pre-trained models, you can use them. So this is being developed by Hugging Face. There's a company called Hugging Face. So it is developed by them. So we have many other companies also where we have our where we have few models, but this is something which is open source and free to use. So that's the reason we are using transformers, which is being developed by Hugging Face company. And so now pip has installed our tools. So pip is something that which installs the tools and libraries. These libraries will do the heavy work, whatever we are assigning them, and then we'll have to connect our pieces. Because it's already installed in my Colab, I'm getting requirement already satisfied. But for everybody, it should install. You need to get the installation done. If not, please let me know. Um, okay. Then our next step would be, after installing, now we will have to, what we will do now is we will build the agent using these predefined models. Okay. So what is our, we'll prepare one simple AI agent, one working agent. Okay. So what is our workflow now? We should have an objective, it should think, and it should act. Okay. So now we need to create an objective, what we want. Objective is what is it we want? Objective, and send it to an LLM, and then let LLM think, and then let LLM decide what action needs to be done, and loop until the task is complete. Okay. So now the code, whatever we are trying to write, it will create a basic agent, AI agent, and it will keep thinking and respond until it decides whether the task is completed or not. Okay. Now, from transformers, first we have installed transformers. From transformers, we need to import pipeline. Okay. What is this pipeline? Why it is like you're using one model, you're plugging in some I mean some ready-made engine you're plugging in. Okay, now you need to run this is where you'll find the run button. If you run that, it will run the statement. Once it is done, it will show you a green tick here, just like this, a check mark. If it is not running, then it will give you a red cross mark. Okay. Okay. There are no questions. Okay. So now my import is successful. Then if you click on code, it will go to the next line. Now, after this, we need to give some instruction. I mean, for the pipeline to use some model or what kind of inputs it is using and all. Okay, I'm just giving one name called LLM, and then I'm using this pipeline. In this pipeline, I'm actually giving some inputs to the pipeline. That is, what is my input and what is my output. I'm giving text to text generation. So you're giving text as an input, and text you'll receive text as an output. Okay, and then I'm using a model from Hugging Face itself. This is an open source model, Google Flan T5 base. Okay, this is a model which I'm using. This is a pre-trained model which is available in Google. You can utilize this model and then you can play around. Okay, and then I'm giving a max length. Why is that I'm giving a max length? Because if you don't give a max length, it'll keep running. Okay, it'll keep on giving you some response. Okay, then so what is this doing? It is you're using an AI model, okay, wherein you're giving some instructions, like it will understand, this model will understand some instructions like explain, answer, and summarize. This model will understand because that is a pre-trained model. It will convert text to text, and there's a maximum length of 128 to make sure how long the answer can be. Okay, now I'm running this.
Excuse me, Julia.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is actually there are so many companies and your link. Can you
Oh,
this
I
one
did not
second?
see this.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
slow
The
down.
the link please
Your voice is not clear.
Oh,
Your voice is not clear, Matham.
oh,
students are asking like can you please repeat for process it?
okay.
This
This
one
link is not
please
opening.
scroll.
Okay. 1 second. I'll share the link again. We shall go from the beginning again. I'm sorry. Can you open this link? And just let me know if this link is working. Okay. I'll just wait for a few minutes. Okay. Let's come from beginning then in that case. So, how to do this in VS Code? You'll have to install VS Code first, and then you'll have to install Python. That's a big that would be a big session again. You can go through the uh, Python website, maybe where you can download the Python, and VS Code also you can download there. So automatically VS Code, it's just like a editor, code editor. You can go ahead and write your code there, and then you can run it. Okay, so in this session, let's discuss using the Collab because that is a faster one because it has Python installed in it already. Just that we'll have to install our own libraries. Okay, so we are, okay, I'm coming from the first step itself. This is the first one. So let's come from here. Now, these are the packages which we are or libraries which we are trying to install. So what are libraries? Libraries are like a ready-made tools that will help our application to run faster. It's like um, you're installing some applications on your mobile, right? Kind of when you install your so applications are Torch and Transformers. Pip is something that which will install your packages. Using pip, you can install the packages, and Torch and Transformers are something like those are like the packages, different packages available. Okay, so what is this Torch? What is Torch? Torch is something that which will allow you to run the AI model. Okay, it allows AI model to run. You're using some predefined models, right? We wanted to use some predefined models because we are not going to create any model. That's a very big one, very big topic. So that's the reason. First, we'll understand how a model is working. So that's the reason we are taking a predefined or pre-trained model, which is available open source. Okay. Then transformers. Transformers is a Python library. This is created by Hugging Face. This company name is called Hugging Face. Just like OpenAI, OpenAI has created ChatGPT, right? GPT models, right? The same way, Hugging Face is a company who has created the transformers. This has all the predefined uh, models in it, and you can use or utilize that. Okay, so now I'm giving this command to install the packages, and we have to give this exclamatory in notebooks in the sense this collab, or if you're using any Jupyter notebooks, everywhere you need to use this exclamatory, without which installation will not be done. But if you're using any command editor or any Python installers, anything, command prompts or anything, there you need not give the exclamatory. Okay. Once you give this command, you can run this. It will give you a tick mark, green color check mark. If that is if you see the green color check mark, that means it got executed successfully. I hope this part is clear and the installation is done. Okay. Okay. Then we are after installing transformers and Torch, we are using transformers, and then we are importing a pipeline. So what is this pipeline? Pipeline is like you're plugging in one model. You're allowing to plug in one model. Okay. Now in this pipeline, uh, while declaring the pipeline, what is that we are giving? Text to text generation as an input. So we're telling the pipeline what is that we're using and how is that we're using. Okay. So pipeline is something, in the pipeline, you're giving text to text generation. That means it converts from text, it will convert from text to text, and then it will generate the text. Okay. That means input is text and output is text. That is what we're telling the pipeline. Okay. And model, we are using Google Flan T5 base. I'll paste this in the channel. Okay. This is the model we are using. This is a pre-trained model available open source. Okay. And then max length 128, just to make sure that the answer has a limit. Whatever answer we are receiving or whatever output we are receiving, it will has a limit. It will have a limit. So that's the reason we are giving this. After this is done, we are going to execute this, and then it will give me a check mark. I hope everybody are with me till here. I'll just give 2 minutes time so that this pipeline will run for everyone. Okay. Now we'll start a chatbot. Okay. How will we understand that a chatbot is running? I'm just giving a print. So I hope everybody are familiar with Python. Why am I giving this is, we might know when to stop and when to, but when we are deploying this in some environment, then a user should understand that an agent is running. Sorry. And when to stop, how to stop, a user should understand. So this is what I'm writing. And then while oh, that means I'm just telling while running, I'm just telling that it should run throughout the session. Okay. Now I'm taking a user input of you. You means what is that you're asking? Okay. If and as I said, if you type exit, it should quit, right? If user input equals to, or maybe you can put lower because some tend to give some caps also. You need to print something that agent is telling bye. Okay. And then you should come out of the loop. Okay. I'll just give this also in the chat. I hope this part is clear to everyone. See, this is what it is asking. So agent AI, type exit to quit, and it is asking for your input. Then I'm giving exit. Bye. It's done. If you see, this was running till then. It was showing a running symbol till then. Okay. It was showing a running symbol. And when I say exit, it got stopped. Okay. This is because to understand that agent is running and to stop an agent. Okay. Now, what are we going to do is we wanted to give a prompt. Prompt in the sense what we want from the agent. Now, I'm giving a prompt. Okay. I'm just telling that you are a helpful assistant and answer clearly in simple language. So you guys were asking, what is a prompt template? This is the prompt template. You're giving a predefined prompt template to the model. Okay. Now, user, oh, sorry, this should be inside. What is the user asking? User input. And what the assistant or an agent should tell. Okay. So this is called a prompt. Now, we are telling it what to do and what is its role. Okay, this prompt is like a instruction which we are giving to the model. Okay, now we are taking the response. What is the response? I mean, how are we taking the response? We are giving this prompt to the LLM. What is the LLM? The ones which we have declared here. This LLM is using a model in it, and it's using a text-to-text generation in that. Okay, and you're giving it to the prompt, but you will not get that immediately in that. If you see, I will just print what is coming from the response, and you see what is coming in the response. Okay. It is executing still. That's the reason it is taking some time. See, what is it giving? It is giving a JSON format, right? How is it giving? It is coming in an array, an object format. So now what is it we'll have to do? Because this is an array, only single array is there. So you need to use 0 because that's the first one. And inside that, what is your answer? Your answer is coming at generated text, right? So that's the reason you will have to use generated text. And just for our own benefit, we can use strip because to remove any unnecessary spaces. Okay. Now, what you want this to do, because you see, you're given this prompt. You are giving what is a prompt template. You have given a predefined rules. You're telling it to answer in a simple language. That is the rule, which a template rule which an LLM is taking. Okay. Now you got an answer here. How is that you have to print it back? Okay. Now you will print telling that agent, because you have given user here, you, right? Now you have to give agent. What is that agent responding back? A response. Okay. Okay. Now I'm running this code again. It is asking me. Now I'm asking what is an AI? Asking the same question. It will definitely take some time, right? I've pasted the code in the chat. You can use that. So now if you see, I'm asking what is machine learning. So it is giving me an answer. Machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence. So whatever it is trained, it is giving. Okay. Now this is something that how a model is working, and how, just we're using a model. Okay. How a model is working. Now I wanted to use the LLM to uh, to take some action based on what question I'm asking. It should take some action. So how will it take an action? Using the tools. Okay. I'll just give 1 minute time so that everybody can run this statement. Then I'll go ahead for the creation of some tools and how LLM will use these tools, or how LLM will decide which tool to be used. Okay. I hope it is clear till now how an agent is working and what is a prompt, and how a model is actually taking a prompt and responding back. Okay, model in the sense LLM, large language model. Okay. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll just take a copy of this because that's a basic one. Now I wanted to use a calculator and a date time. Okay, for calculator, I'm just using RE. I'll tell you why I'm using RE. RE is something that a regular expressions to detect any max expressions or from the user input. And date time, it is something that which will give us the current timestamp. Okay. Now, what am I doing is I am going to create one tool. What is the tool? How are we going to create a tool? Using Python functions. Now, I am giving calculator tool. Okay, this will calculate the, it will calculate if we're giving any input. In that input, whatever numbers we're giving, it is going to calculate the expressions in that. Okay. Now, in this, I'm just writing calculate simple math expressions. Okay. Now, what are we doing in this? Try. Why we are using try and catch? What is the use of try and catch? For error handlings, just in case if there's any error. Sorry, not try catch, it's except. For the error handlings, we're going to use try and except. So what is that we're doing? We are taking one expression, one constant variable, and in expression, we are going to use RE, that is regular expression, it will find all. And this is the syntax what we are going to use. It was going to find all the numbers out of it, and it is going to take all plus symbol, minus symbol, and multiplication symbol. That's all. Let's give this for now. From the text. What is text? This is the text. Okay. Now, what is that we are returning? We are giving a string, and we are going to evaluate dot join expression. Okay. Now, in this, I'm writing return. I could not couldn't calculate. Okay. I'm just giving a simple expression. It is going to find it, and then it is going to join the expressions. That means if you're getting 1 plus and 2, okay, 1 as one expression, 2 as one expression, 2, 3 as one expression. So it is going to join it, 1 plus 2, okay, and then it is going to evaluate, okay, and then it is returning back as a string. Now, what is that I'm doing? Maybe I'll also create another, what I'll do is, I'll create this prompt as a chat tool. And in that, I'm going to move all of this to this chat tool, just to make sure that which one is that we are going to take it. Okay. Now, I'm giving another tool. Let's take another tool, time tool. Okay, let me give this to you guys. This is a tool, okay? And then I'm giving a time tool. What will the time tool do? Return current timestamp. Current time otherwise. Okay. Now, what is it returning? Directly we can use this datetime dot now dot string f time. Which format we want? Hours, and then minutes, and then seconds. Okay, this is what it is going to respond back. This is for the date time tool. Okay, now what I'll do is, I'm going to write another function wherein the LLM will decide and act. Okay, this is the most important part, where you will understand why is an LLM using prompt templates, and what is the role of a prompt template in the agent. Okay, now I'm giving a prompt here, just like how I gave to the chat tool. I'm giving a prompt. In this prompt, what am I doing is, I'm telling you are an agent. Okay, you are an agent with access to tools like calculator and time. Okay, now what are the rules? So this is a template, what we're trying to give. Okay. What is the first rule? If the user input asks for the current time, then respond exactly tool time. Okay. Now, then I'm telling if the user input contains math, then respond clearly tool calculator. Okay. For all other questions. So if not time tool or if not calculator, for all other questions, respond exactly answer. Okay. Now we have given a rules for that. These are the rules. These are the prompt templates. Now we are also telling only output one of these. What is that you wanted to give? Either tool calculator, otherwise it might give something else also. So you're giving it a set of instructions. Any one of these, it should come. Okay. These are called the prompt templates. One of you was asking, right? What is the prompt templates and how is it different? I mean, how is it playing an important role? Now, user input. This is a structured format, how a prompt should be there. User input and agent decision. Okay. Now we have given a prompt. We have given a set of instructions. Now we need to see what is the decision. The same one which we have used in the top. We can use this. I'll give the code once it is written. I'll show the demo and then I'll give the code. Don't worry. Okay. Then print decision. Here we'll have to write that you need to call this function, because if user input is exit, then you are going to exit it. If not, what is that it should call? It should call the, it should have a result, or maybe you can put a response. What is the response? You need to call decide and act. What is the input? User input. Then it is going to give a response. Okay, let's see how is it working for now. Now I'm asking what is 7 into 7 into 7. Yeah. LLM is not defined. Okay, we need to run the LLM again. So my connection was lost, and again I'll have to run it from the beginning.
Ma'am, so some students were has some questions like uh, regarding this program running thing. So they are asking few.
Okay.
I think they are not able to catch up. I think that's why they're asking.
Okay, so you want me to provide the collab link and the code here?
Ma'am, you can share and we can like copy from here and share in WhatsApp. It's fine,
Okay.
ma'am.
I am actually sharing the code here, and I think it is
I
getting
have
wiped.
shared all your codes, ma'am. Like the
Okay.
codes, the codes that you have shared, I have shared in WhatsApp groups also.
Okay. Oh, you want me to start it a little bit, I mean, again from the beginning for this demo?
No, ma'am, I don't think from the beginning. I'm just getting like questions from students. Like I think they are little lagging behind, so that's it. I
Okay.
think, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay. So maybe can one of you can let me know like from where is that it is not clear so that I can start from there. I mean, is this part not clear? I mean, just how an agent is working, or the next part tools is not working. I mean, it's not clear.
Okay, ma'am. Let me ask the students. So, if you're lagging somewhere behind, then you can mention it now, or ma'am can continue her presentation. Please enable the chat for students. I think it is enabled only. If not, please enable the chat and you can ask ma'am if you are lagging somewhere, or else ma'am can continue. Ma'am, from tools they are saying basically.
Okay. Okay. Now I can understand. Okay, let me start with the tools. Let me remove this calculator tool, otherwise it will be a little confused. And the chat tool, I'll just remove them. So just a time tool I'm giving. Okay. I'm just giving two different tools because to understand. So what is the agent doing? Usually what an agent does is it uses LLM. Definitely in the behind you'll have LLM. What LLM is doing, it will use the prompts and then it will choose the right tool. Okay. Now, why I've written this code is this calculator code I've shared in the chat. So what this is doing is calculator tool. It is finding, now I have asked a question. What is 7 into 7? Okay, what it is doing? It is finding the numbers and it is finding the mathematical expression. Only these kind of things it is finding. Then after finding the mathematical expressions, then you will get what is the output you will get here. If I'm giving 7 into 7, what is the output you're going to get? 7 comma star comma 7. This is how your expression, the output from this expression, you're going to get this. Okay. Now with this, how is that you're going to calculate the answer? You'll have to join it, right? That's the reason you're joining this expression. So what you'll get after joining, what is that you're going to get? 7 into 7, right? So this 7 into 7, you're going to evaluate. That means you're going to um run the code for this. Okay. Then it is going to give the answer for that. Okay. This is how a regular expression is going to work. Okay, you can try multiple ways because this code is with you. You can try different ways to find a regular expression. Maybe you can start finding different patterns also. Not only numbers, you can find different patterns also. So what is it we have given here? 0 to 9, any number. And we have given plus, minus, and asterisk symbol. So any of these, if it's finding, then it is going to return back. In what format it is returning? In this format, in an array format. 7 comma asterisk comma 7, because my question is what is 7 into 7? Okay, these are the matching elements. Now with this you're going to join. What it does is it is going to join the complete array. This is what you will get it. Now this is something that it is going to give the answer. Evaluate will give the answer for us. And then it is converting into string because you are going to respond to the user. I hope it is clear, right? This part. How are we going to create a function? This is just a function, just a normal function, how you do an a plus b in your Python functions. Okay. Just like an a plus b or a into b or something like that. It's just like that. But why we are using this regular expressions is that because it is a string, It is a text format. It is asking some question. You will have to take the answers from it. Okay, I mean, take the exact question. What is that we're asking? That is the reason we are using these regular expressions. Okay. Okay, I'll give the complete program after this. I mean, after this is done. And then time tool, I've taken another time tool, because why I'm taking two different tools is that how is the LLM deciding which tool to take? Okay, that's the reason I'm taking two different things. And this is giving us the date and time, currently what time it is that it is going to give. Okay, these two are the tools which I'm taking, and I'm creating a function. What is a function? I'm giving a set of rules. What are the set of rules? I'm telling the model that you're having access to two different tools, calculator and time. Okay, if user is asking about current time, then you return tool time. If user is asking max related questions, then you'll have to return tool calculator. If none of these have been asked, then just give answer. Okay, and you're giving more clearly a prompt that output should be any of these. I don't want anything other than that. So it is just that you're giving a set of instructions to the model that you need to do only these, nothing apart from that. Okay, this is a prompt, like how we did for the chat here. It is a prompt that you're giving, and then you're taking your decision. Okay, now what is that we're doing? In the while loop, if you see earlier, we have just given the prompt here and it is running here. Okay. The same way, now we wanted to run the decide and act. That means it should give us the, it should take us to the right tool. Okay. Now I'm running this and then I'm asking what is 7 into 8? It is going to none. Oh. Okay. Sorry. If response, then I think we'll have to do here 1 second. If decision is going to answer, I think it should not go to the answer. It should actually go to calculator. What is the time now? You see, it is going to tool time because I'm asking about the time. It is giving the tool time. Maybe I'll have to give 7 into 9. Mathematical expression is actually throwing some error. Let's see. At least it is giving the tool time. Now, here, where is that it is printing this tool time and all? It is coming in the decide and act part. Here we are going to print the decision. Now, what is that we're writing here is, if our decision is, sorry, if the decision is tool time, then you need to return which one is the time tool. Okay. What is this? Indentation issues. Okay. Else, if decision equals to tool calculator, then which one we need to call? We need to call the calculator tool. If not, if nothing is there, then you need to give this prompt. This one you can give this. Okay. Now if I run this code, expected, okay, else. What is the time now? It is giving some time because it is having some special, sorry, the it's not in IST. Wherever the server is running, that time it is giving. Okay. If you see, I'm asking what is the time now, and then it is going to tool time tool. Okay. This tool it is going, and then it is calling time tool. Okay, because it is asking current time. Now, if I'm asking what is, I think this is something which is creating an issue. Let's see. There's some issue with this code. Let me try now. Chat tool. I think there's some issue with the calculator tool, but if you see, it will work with the, I mean, it is directly going to the current time, if that is going to the time tool. And if I ask what is the uh, capital of India, because it is not from the, oh, such a bad answers. I think we need to take a different model, large. Just taking some ages to run. I'm taking a different model just because the model is not giving some appropriate answers. So I'm taking a different model. I'll post this also in the channel, but at the end of the session, I'll share the complete code. Just bear with me for a few minutes so that we can finish this at least. Because I'm taking a different model, it is taking some time. We want the collab link of the code. Yeah, I'll share the collab link of the code. Don't worry. Yeah. Now I'm going to run this. Okay. So because I kept chat tool as a different one, that whatever is there, I've taken that. Now I'm asking what is the capital of India. We'll see how it got trained. Capital of India is New Delhi. Okay, it is going to, you see, I just asked a question, it is going to chat tool directly. Okay, now I'm asking, let's do one thing. I'll just show what is coming in the decision, because that's where you'll understand how a prompt is actually, what is the role of a prompt in taking a decision. Okay, this is our prompt. I'm telling that if a user is asking about time, then you need to return tool time. If user is asking about some math calculations, then tool calculator. Otherwise, it is answer. Then based on that decision, if it is tool time, then it will run time tool. This is a function. If it is tool calculator, then it is going to run calculator tool. I have two different things. Okay, then it will run the calculator tool. If nothing else is there, then it is going to ask the directly whatever model we have. Okay, now I'm running this again. I'm asking what is the current time. It is executing. And you see the decide and act function, it is actually giving a decision that it is a tool time. Okay, and then it is giving us the time. Now I'm asking what is 65 into 67. It is executing. It is giving a tool calculator. Okay, it is missing the text. What is the text? What is 65 into 76? Because I missed giving the user input, it is asking for some input, right? See, it is taking tool calculator and it is giving me an answer. Okay, now what is the capital of Arunachal Pradesh? It It is executing and it is going to answer because it is nothing, it is not a calculator one and it is not a tool time. Arunachal Pradesh is capital of India. So wonderfully they have trained the model, pre-trained ones. And then what is the time now? It is giving, it is going to tool time. Okay. So the concept behind this is based on the rules, how LLM is deciding a tool, which tool to take. That is the concept behind this. This might be confusing a bit, but I think once you start practicing this and once you start executing this, you'll understand how this is taking the tools. Okay. Now I'm sharing this file. I'll just share this file. Save this file and then how do I save this? Um, okay, I'll share this file with the team here. I mean, then I think they'll share it with you all in your WhatsApp groups because I might take some time to save this and send this. So I think that is the demo of how an agent works. You can okay, share the Google Drive link. So confusing. Definitely it is confusing because it takes time to understand how an agent works because this is just a basic class and yeah. Let me go to the slide again. So the next part is like, I mean, uh, like you might have few advanced topics after this. I know this is itself is a little confusing, I know, because agents behind how it works, it doesn't understand in a single class, but the concept behind this is based on the question, an LLM will decide which one to call. Like if I'm asking about time, it should go to the time tool. If I'm asking about the calculator, it should go to the calculator tool. So it depends upon what question we are asking and what prompts we have given to train it. Okay. So the next level would be like memory, like one of you was asking how is it getting stored. So these are the advanced topics like how an agent is actually remembering the past interactions and all. And then how is it planning, like if you have multiple tools, after calculator it should go to time tool, it after time tool it should go to this tool. So if there are multiple tools which we need to call one after one, then that is called planning. And the tool calling I think we have done today, but I would suggest you all to practice once again how it is working. And because I think most of you are aware of Python, so once you see the code you'll understand what functions are written and how it is written. And then safety, definitely the safety part, because it should not leak your private data, or it should follow some ethics, and it should not give some harmful data whatever is returning. So these are some advanced topics. And as a beginner projects, maybe you can start with chatbots, I mean, chat-based agents and email summarizers, to-do list planners, or PDF questioning answering agent. I know with the first session, like how is it working, and then the basic concepts of AI agent. I know it is little uh, new to you all, but the more you start practicing and the more you try to understand, you'll understand how it works. And maybe the next level, maybe you can have these are the advanced levels, like financial agent, itinerary planner, and also the what is this student code helpers, and I mean student planner, I mean sorry, the study planners, and then coding helpers. And so many advanced levels are there, but I would suggest you to try at least with the basic levels, beginner levels, and what is this? So then you will have your career path. I mean, when you start building all this, you can actually uh, have these many careers open for you once you start practicing these things. So you don't need to learn everything at once. You can start small and you can build real projects, and then you can grow step by step. And that's how careers in AI are built. So definitely AI is not replacing the humans. It will amplify your human ability. You need not know, you need not be a math genius or PhD or coding expert. Nothing is required. Just you need to have the curiosity and the practice, and that too in the real-time projects. So start building small agents and use the tools wisely. Think step by step. And yeah, that's what I can tell. So any questions till now? I think I've covered most of the things, but I know it is little confusing, guys. I mean, but I'll share the um, what is that Google link with you all, so that you can start practicing it. We have made one AI agent. See, what we have done is the agent is actually deciding which tool to be used. Okay, whether you're asking a question, and with that it is going to a specific tool. Okay, you can amplify those tools also. You can give some other answers also. You can modify. This is just a simple one which I've given based on the prompt templates. It will, I mean, the prompts whatever you have given, it will act accordingly. Okay. I'll share the link with the team so that you can practice well. And uh, and I think thanks everyone for joining the session. Let me know any doubts, or you can reach out to your team as well, so that I can answer if there's anything. And I hope you understood what is an agent and their architectures and how they think, how to code them, and how to build a career in that space. So definitely your journey in AI starts today, and agents are in the future. You can start building. Yeah. Thank you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah.
Plus, if you have any questions all the time,
Sorry,
or you can
I
just type
I
if
did
you
not
have.
hear properly. Sorry.
No, I'm just asking the students if they have any questions.
Okay.
Yeah, the attendance sheet will be shared. If you have any questions, please you can just type it on the chat box so that Ms. Diva can explain. Regarding LB and regarding the certifications, I'll be taking a separate like Q&A session. So if you have any doubts regarding today's master class, please type. If not, you can close the chat box.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are good to go. Thank you so much, Ms. Divya. So such a clear and you have explained everything, a very great way with a lot of questions and all. So I'm confident that students now they have got an idea and strong understanding about the fundamentals of AI and ML. So we thank you for all the practical knowledge that you have given here. And thank you once again for sharing your time and expertise with us today. And we would be glad to have you in the further PBLs and master classes as well in future. So thank you so much for inspiring and guiding the students.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. So if the students, if you have, yeah, ma'am, you can drop off. I'll just guide them about the LP and everything.
Sure,
and
sure.
we'll be
Thank you.
sharing the Google whatever the course shared.
I'll share
We'll
the
be
Google
sharing
link.
it
Yeah, I'll
also.
share the Google collab link
Sure,
with
sure.
your time with the team because I'll
We'll
have
be
to
sharing.
download the file and then share it with you guys. So I'll do it
Yeah.
within 5 to 10 minutes so that you can share it across.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, Ms.
Thank
Deepa.
you. Thank you.
So, students, the attendance form link is already posted in the chat box, as well as we are requesting our team to share the attendance link in the WhatsApp groups also. Students, without giving your filling your attendance sheet, please don't don't leave the call. Like your attendance will be also tracked, and that will also play a vital role in getting your certifications. So make sure that you're filling the Google form, like the attendance sheet. And I would request my team to send the query link also, query form link. Students, if you have any sort of doubts regarding the certification, you please feel free to fill the query form so that we'll be guiding you guys to just go through that problem which you are facing. The query form is also shared here in the chat box, as well as we'll be sharing the query form in WhatsApp groups also. Tanvita, am I audible?
Yes, Sai, you are audible.
Yeah, yeah. Students, without filling the Google form, the attendance form, please don't leave the call. I can see a lot of people, a lot of students are leaving the call. And if you have any doubts regarding this particular masterclass, we'll be sharing the recorded uh, masterclass also. So please make sure that you go through the masterclass and you complete the like you learn the coding in the right way. So as we are six, so I would request everyone to please concentrate on your PPL and the date of PPL submission. Sorry, learning plan submission will be 23rd of December. Everyone should complete the link we share. The action so that you are reading all your learning plans before 23rd. It's for the learning plan. Yeah. So I hope
Sai,
this
you are
uh
facing network
yeah
issue. I think there is a network issue on your part, so your voice is like cutting, not clear.
one second. Like stop my video. So I just request all the students to concentrate on your learning plan. Now it is audible.
Yes, it is now. It is now.
Yeah. So learning plan, it should be submitted by 23rd of December. So without completing or submitting your learning plan, you will be not eligible for your actual completion certificate. So make sure all the students and the guide your friends also. I think so many students are left the call. So please guide them meet the learning plan before 23rd itself. So after 23rd, the form will be closed and will be not accept plan submissions. So make sure you are working on learning plans and submitting the learning plans before 23rd of December. That is Tuesday. Hope it is clear. Yeah. Tamita, I think we are good to go.
Okay, so students, I just want to make one thing clear that Completing learning plan is extremely important, and you have time till 23rd of December. Do that, complete the learning plan, the other two sections, and we will be sharing the learning plan completion certificate form link, okay, in the groups. We will update the link to share your completion certificate in the groups. So make sure you have completed all your learning plans by the time, so you can easily complete the learning plan. And about the links and other tools that you need in your WhatsApp today, for this masterclass one, we will be sharing everything. Once ma'am share with us, we will be sharing everything with you. But till then, work on your learning plan and other assignment. Yes, you are getting the other assignments, but not yet. We will notify about the assignment very soon. So till then, you make sure that you are completing the learning plan. Okay. And another thing is that if you are having any confusion, doubts regarding platform, or maybe the learning plan, anything, use the query form to reach out to us. Okay. You can use the query form. We will reply you. We will clear your doubts. Okay. If I am clear, I can see some thumbs ups. So, if I'm clear, students, make sure you are working on your learning plan. This is your the first most important thing you can do right now. And also, yes, as ma'am said, you need to practice it. And other things, everything will be shared with you in WhatsApp groups. So don't worry, we will be sharing everything. Okay, Sai. Then I think we can wrap up the session. And please,
Yeah. So thank
your attendance. Your attendance
yeah.
form link,
Well,
WhatsApp
thank you
group link
so
has been shared in the chat box. So if I have seen students asking me about the latest WhatsApp group link. So I have shared, you can check the chat box. You can join WhatsApp groups. That is the latest WhatsApp for AI. And query form link has also been shared. Make sure you are filling the attendance form, okay, to mark your attendance. Okay. Yes, I think we can wrap up now, right, Sai?
students, I request everyone to participate in next coming master classes also, where the speakers will assignments that which you have to submit it on 20